Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well. In today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that has been on my mind pretty much all summer. And it's been on my mind because this summer I turned 30. And that was a big deal to me. When I turned 30, I started to think a lot about where I am right now in my life, where I'm headed, and also about a lot of the lessons that I learned in my 20s. And I decided it would be nice to share that with you guys because a lot of you may be in a position where you're sort of reflecting on your life, thinking about where you're trying to get to in life, and also about the lessons that you may have learned from the past. And if that is you, then I hope that this video is helpful to you. So without further ado, I will share with you 10 things that I learned in my 20s. It's not going to come as a surprise to you guys that the first thing that I'm going to say is to save. I learned that it's really important to save for a rainy day because rainy days will happen. The thing about it is that, and I heard somewhere, I really believe that if it was sunny all the time, nothing would grow. So you do need rain sometimes. You need things to go badly sometimes. That's how life is. It's full of ups and downs, but it's better if you're prepared for the downs. It's better if you have an umbrella. So save for a rainy day. That's the first lesson that I learned about in my 20s. The next lesson that I learned was a really hard one for me, and I'm still struggling with it really because my default setting is that I like everybody. But I learned that not everybody is a good person. There are some people who are really not good people. Some people are just mean. Some people are selfish. Some people lie, and that's just how they are. And even more than that, I learned that you can't fix everybody. You know, there's some people out there that you just can't fix. So be very careful who you open your heart to because not everyone is a good person. The third thing that I learned about in my 20s is to cherish friends and family. You can very often take your friends and family for granted. I'm definitely guilty of that. But the thing about it is that the people who are around you can be taken away from you, and death can take them away from you. And more than just death, life can take them away from you. It happens all the time. People grow up, they move away, they grow apart, you know, things happen and relationships change. So cherish the time that you have with your friends and family. They're going to shape your experience in this life a lot, and this is the only life you have. The fourth thing that I learned about in my 20s, and that I really wish I had known a lot earlier, is not to rush life. All things come in due time. There's a season for everything. Don't rush life. Don't rush relationships. Don't rush growing up, because you really should savor the moment that you're in now. Life is about the journey, so don't rush things. Things will definitely happen if they're meant to happen. And that's a lesson that I'm still learning, but I really saw evidence of that in my 20s. So that's a big piece of advice that I have for anyone watching this video. Don't rush life. Enjoy the now, because that's what makes a journey beautiful. The fifth lesson that I learned in my 20s is to dress for the job that you want. I cannot stress how important this is, and I'm really trying to implement that in my life today. Dress for the job you want. Visualize where you want to go and act as though you're already there. Build yourself as though you're already there, because people will meet you and they will remember you for who you portray yourself to be. So don't let them define you. You define yourself, and it's going to smooth the path for you to accomplish all of your dreams. The sixth thing that I learned in my 20s that I want to share with you guys is to never settle for less than you deserve. There's no reason to do it. If you know you deserve something, make sure that you get that something. It's so important, because if you settle for less than you deserve, you lose. It's a lose-lose situation. There's no way that that makes any sense in your life. So work for what you want and never settle for less than what you know you deserve. The seventh lesson was a really important one for me, and it's one that I really want to share with people as much as possible, because, you know, sometimes we have to reflect on ourselves and really be honest with ourselves. And the lesson is, don't blame other people for your problems. It's true that there are things in life that you can't control. There are circumstances that will be just beyond your reach, and you just have to deal with them. But you choose how you face a situation. You choose your reaction. Don't blame other people for your problems. Be a part of the solution. Work towards getting where you want to be, and don't say, well, I'm here because of this person, because of that thing, because of this event. Don't blame other people for your problems. The eighth lesson that I learned in my 20s that I would like to share with you guys is one that you may have heard me say before. It sounds really funny, but I really believe it. Don't judge others because they sin differently than you do. And what that really means is that nobody's perfect. You are not perfect, and you may not understand someone's motivations for doing something that you don't agree with. You may not understand why someone might display a behavior that you find objectionable, that you find problematic. You might not understand. You can't judge a man until you've walked a mile in his shoes. So although someone is doing something differently from you, don't judge them. Don't judge someone because he sins differently from you. The 9th lesson that I want to share with you guys is one that your parents have told you. You've heard it before. It's nothing new, but I've really come to realize how important this is. It is not to put off until tomorrow something that you can get done today. You're just going to find yourself with regrets. You're going to find yourself overwhelmed. If you can get it done today, get it done today. It's going to mean that you're going to have a much smoother tomorrow. And really, although I encourage people to live in the now, also try and make sure that you don't sabotage yourself by putting things off and procrastinating. I know I've been guilty of that, and some of you may be as well. Don't put things off till tomorrow if you can get it done today. The last life lesson that I want to share with you, number 10, is all about ego. And what I want to share with you is that I have learned that wisdom is knowing when to admit that you don't know. Wisdom is being open enough to ask a question. Ego is pretending you know when you actually don't know. And this one was actually an important lesson for me to learn because I've been a teacher in my career for a really long time. And as a teacher, you're sort of expected to have all the answers. But you don't have to be a teacher. It could be in a relationship. It could be in your job. It can be in so many different ways. Don't feel like you need to have all the answers. Be humble enough to ask a question. Be humble enough to admit that you don't know, because that's how you learn and that's how you grow, and that is so important. We're in this journey. We want to move forward, and we can't do that unless we accept that we still have things to learn. So those are the 10 things that I've learned about in my 20s. And like I said, I know I still have things to learn. So if there are any other things that you would like to share with me, of course, please leave them in the comments. I'm very interested to see that. I also didn't just learn 10 things in my 20s. I learned quite a lot of things, but for the sake of this video, I just wanted to condense it. I have done a blog post that's much more in depth about all the different life lessons I've learned. So if you're interested in that, please do check out Sunshine Diary. That is my blog, sunshinediary.com, and see all of the other things that I sort of compiled on what my 20s have taught me. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you've liked this, and I will see you